which quarterback would you give a long-term extension? Now we're looking at the 3 quarterbacks drafted in 2016. The 2 at the top of the draft, Jared Goff of the Rams, Carson Wentz of the Eagles, and Dak Prescott, who was the 135th overall pick. All of those guys are coming up. The way it's been going recently, they are due. They are next in line for one of these mega extensions. Which one would you give it to?
None. It's too much inconsistency with all 3 of them. One has been injured consistently, Wentz. Goff, his last several weeks has, I don't even know what to say. He's single-handedly the reason why the Rams are kind of off base right now, although he's a good talent. And Dak, I love me some Dak, but I don't know what I'm going to get from game to game. Now, if we just went by the numbers, you might not believe this, but probably Dak has probably been the best quarterback out of all 3. You can put the numbers back up there. Let's see. Quarterback rating and all of that, Dak probably number-wise, wins, losses, may be the guy. Yards, touchdowns, interceptions, games. Dak probably is the guy. But I guarantee you, he's not going to get more money than any of those other 2. Not by any means. But why is it just because they play quarterback that they should get $100 million? Are they worth it? Honestly. Come on, listeners. I need the phones to light up like a Christmas tree right now because you should want to weigh in on this. You get upset when guys get contracts that they don't earn. And we got to stop paying guys just because of the position. Let's pay guys because of their talent. Why in the world, in our game, which is football, should a quarterback make this much money just because he plays quarterback? The outfielder, the left fielder, the shortstop, and the catcher makes the same amount of money. The center, the guard, the 3, the 2, the point, they make the same amount of money in the NBA. Why in our game? The quarterback, we're making rules to take care of him. You can't touch him. You got to flag him. You got to lay him down on a Sealy Therapeutic Tempur-Pedic mattress. You can't even sack him anymore. So we're making all these rules to take care of the quarterbacks, and they're not producing. They're not productive. Now you want us to give $100 million to one of these guys, and they hadn't earned it. Why in the world does Matt Ryan make double the amount of money that Julio makes? And Julio is clearly the best player on that team. Tell me, how does that work? How does Julio have to fight and threaten to hold out to get his money? But Matt Ryan is making double. Because he's a quarterback? It has to change. Do you remember several years ago, Julio, Demaryius Thomas,
Dez Bryant,
A.J. Green, all these guys was up. And I believe Antonio Brown. All of a sudden, these guys got around the same amount of money. You don't think those owners spoke? You don't think they talked about it? What we're going to do? But you allow these quarterbacks. Has Stafford ever won?
He has not. One playoff appearance.
Kirk Cousins, has he ever won? Ever been dominant? I could continue. I got time. Do you see the picture I'm painting?
Matt Ryan was at least MVP and had them, nearly winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Cam was too. Okay. Yeah, same thing. But why? Why do we do that? Shouldn't the best player make the most money like all other sports? So now I just want to tell my kids, hey, we're going to play quarterback because this thing is cute. Forget the other positions. We're just going to play quarterback because if you're halfway decent, like this guy named Bortles, you can make a killing. Forget what everybody else is making on the team. You can make a killing and disrupt this whole locker room, disrupt the whole fabric and the thread that brings a team together. You could disrupt that and tear up the whole team because of what you pay one man that he hadn't earned. That's what has taken place in Jacksonville, ladies and gentlemen. We got to change this. And the only ones can change it is the owners. Stand up, stand out, and make a change to this nonsense right now. Every rule you're creating is for the quarterback. All the proceeds are to the quarterback. Everything you do is for the quarterback, and the quarterback is not the quarterback that you think he is. I rest my case.
Does it have to do, is any part of it the fact that the quarterback is normally considered the face of the franchise?
Some of them have C's on their chest, and I don't know if the C means coward or captain.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.